Hello there, folks. Now, I think the first question you have is, where is Alina? I stated before that when it comes to the top 10 picks from my top 100, there will be Alina, and we will be shooting this video together, and she will have the comments and such. A part of the sad news is that she's stepping away from the channel for now. Yeah, so you won't see her, and I'll be managing the channel myself for now. I know it's not the best news, but this is how it is, and I'll do my best to get out the good content anyway. But the thing is that even without her, I have to do my top 10 because I've done 100 to 11. And you've been all waiting for this moment, for the top 10 of my ultimate top 10 of all time. And why it was delayed heavily is that because right now I'm involved with a project called Cythe, the ultimate companion app. We have Indigo campaign going on, so that I was away. I was in Gen Con first, and then I was in Finland, in Helsinki, managing the campaign, the first week of the campaign. So I had a lot of traveling, I had a lot of job to do. So that's why I didn't have any time to play nor to shoot videos, nothing. Now I'm back, I'm still really busy, but I'm trying to get back on track and get to play more games and shoot more videos and such. So you'll get to see more content from me, definitely. I mean, from this channel. But now, I think you all want to know what is my ultimate top 10 of all time. I will, let's say, I'll tell you once more. This list was done at the beginning of June, which means the whole summer is now over, and probably some games have switched places. Some new games probably are in my top 100 for now. But it's life, it is how it is. I mean, like, I'm gonna do my top 100 next year, hopefully. I don't know. But I think I will do my top 100 next year, so you will see the differences. Yeah, but for now, this is from June. And if you don't see one or another game, and if you're wondering if something has changed, you can ask me in the comments. I can maybe tell you what are the new games I'm really excited about and that have a great chance entering my top 100 of all time, at least for the next year. So, but I think without further ado, let's jump into my ultimate top 10. And now, one thing I wanted to do differently this time is I have actual boxes. These are my favorite games. These are the games I will gladly play anywhere. Of course, in every situation, every circumstances, they're like, it depends on the group, it depends on different people, it depends on the time and the situation. Maybe we only have like half an hour to play a game. Of course, I cannot play every game possible in half an hour, but I mean, still, if there is a chance, if there's like equal chance, if the situation is right for those games, I will gladly play them. If somebody says let's play those games, I will gladly play them because I adore these games. These are my ultimate games. So let's start with number 10. And number 10 is a game that I didn't believe in when I looked at it. It didn't look so interesting, and it's about economy, it's about stock market, and let me show you that Stockpile. Now, Stockpile is a stock market game. Basically, you are trying to gather the most money. It's hard to explain this game in a fun way, but where I found fun in this game is the partial information. So you have the partial information, what company will go up or down in stocks, in value. You have one part of information, your opponents have some parts of information, there is a part of information on the board. So everyone knows something but not everything, and you're speculating, you're pushing your luck. When you are bidding for the cards to get them, to get those shares and such, and different, probably maybe special abilities and maybe bad cards as well, I like that as well, because there is also that partial information. Some cards are face down, some cards are face up, and you're trying to figure out what the others will do and how much money you want to spend on bidding in order to get the cards, not like in order to get the benefit from that. So basically, whatever you buy, you want to get more out of that in later turns. So I like this management of money. I like this partial information, the push your luck, and sometimes like, oh, why? I thought so. That I thought that this company will go down in shares, so in value. And that's what I like. You're looking at the other players, what are they selling? So he's selling those shares just before we reveal the information, if the value will go up or down. Why is he selling that? Is he just bluffing, or is he selling because he knows some kind of information? That's really, really cool. I adore this game. I don't know, it's easy to learn, it's easy to teach. The expansion adds more value to the game because it adds those forecast dice I like very much. It adds more rolls. It's just really, really cool. The other part is that small set collection. Whatever, it's good, I like it, but it's not something essential. But I really like the dice. The dice add variability sort of to ups and downs. So that's why I like Stockpile very, very much. It was something that I didn't believe in at all, and it became a game that I was so surprised by how great this game is that it got into my top 10 eventually. So my number 10, Stockpile. Let's go to next one. My number 9, yet another game. You know, it's a trend for me not to believe in some games and then be surprised by them. But that's the thing. When I get surprised by those games, they become so emotionally great for me. And now this game is another one which I looked at and was like, a lot of miniatures and Kickstarter and such, so, and by the company who's doing the miniatures games. I don't care about that, and the fantasy theme, I don't know, it's weird, it doesn't look that good for me. But eventually we got this game from Secret Santa, and I'm really glad that we got this game, because this is Blood Rage. Now, Blood Rage is a Viking themed game, but this is kind of a... I cannot say totally it's Vikings. I cannot feel like it's Vikings. It's fantasy. It's like not real Vikings. Fantasy Vikings, right there. Ragnarok and such, and gods, and so lots of miniatures. But there is enough of Eurogame in it. I really like how you're drafting cards, and then you are kind of customizing your clan to your needs, and you fight the others, but the fights don't feel something too crucial, or how to say, I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but the fights feel like small struggles that you have in the village, and then you're trying to get the most points at the end of the game. That's Eurogame basically, but there's that area control. But you can score points by not being too aggressive. You can score points by being aggressive. There are the expansions, the 5th player. I don't care about that. There's that gods expansion, which is good. I like that, but some gods feel quite overpowered if they are combined together. I don't know. It's weird. It makes the game different. I really like the monsters, the monster abilities. Overall, this game looks really good with the monsters miniatures. I know the art of the game is not my style completely. I'm not that interested in this art of the game, but I mean, overall, for such a heavy box, it's not a long game, it's rather accessible, there aren't many rules, and yet it feels me that perfect hybrid feel of a Euro versus Ameritrash, although nowadays lots of games are rather hybrid. But this one delivers a really, really good package of area control and card drafting. So that's Blood Rage, my number 9. So let's go to the next one. My number 8. This is the Ameritrash game. Yeah. I still use those terms because they still get the message, or tell the message. This game is the one that I waited for a long time. I kind of fell in love with the theme of it, with the idea of it already when I just read about this game, and that's Dead of Winter. Here I have the Long Nights. Basically, I can count in Dead of Winter, but I have only Long Night for now because I sold my original Dead of Winter. It's because I don't play it often, and I didn't feel like I need 2 copies of basically the same game. And here there are modules, and the production quality is better here, although there are less characters. But I don't care. I don't play it that much. But when I play it, this game is a blast. In Dead of Winter, when I read the idea about Dead of Winter, the summary about Dead of Winter, it sounded like Walking Dead, the board game. That is Walking Dead, the board game. I really like the series, The Walking Dead, and that's where I felt like this would be really, really cool. So I like how it's semi-cooperative game where each one of us has those secrets, how do you call them, secret objectives, and you're trying to manage them and not look like a traitor, but there might be a real traitor amongst us, and it's really brutal and hard. It's winter. I really like going to different locations and searching for items and cards. I really like card games, so that's why I like a lot of cards here as well. I really like the character powers and that everything is managed by your dice. Sometimes you have a bad dice luck, sometimes you have a good dice luck, but you need to manage. It's life. I like how here it doesn't bother me if I roll low numbers. I still can do something for the colony. If I'm traitor, I'm doing something for the colony. Nobody suspects that I'm a traitor, and then I'll just kill all the people and such. So I like how the zombies here isn't the biggest threat. The biggest threat are the players themselves, trying to mess with each other with those secret objectives and possibly having the traitor itself. I like how the zombies, they still are there, and they still can kill you and cause a chain reaction, and your morale will drop significantly. But in this case, the zombies, you just hit them, you just kill them, you just you have the dice there, and you put the die away and you kill the zombie. You don't have to roll the die in order to see if you killed it or not. You will kill it. I like that mechanism of kind of combat. That's where I feel like the zombies aren't the essential part of this game, although they kind of are. So it's hard to tell. But I adore, although I'm not into zombie-themed games that much, this game tells the story. The Crossroad cards, of course, they didn't tell, but they come in rarely. But when they come in, they have the story to tell, and I like that very much. This is something different. This game tells me the story, and I like when games do that. That's Dead of Winter. It was higher on my list. Previously, it was number 2, then was number 3. Now it's what it is, number 8. Yes, it has dropped because it's hard to get it to the table right now, but I hope to get it to the table more often. It's still really high on my top 100, and I adore this game. That's Dead of Winter, number 8. So let's go to the next one. Number 7. Oh, this is a heavy box. This game is the one that I heard about. It was like, okay, it sounds cool. The art is amazing. But I don't know if I like it because it was studied to be Kemet with Terra Mystica. And I'm like, I don't know if I will like such a combination. And because there will be that Euro mechanics and maybe farming, something like that. Or maybe that, you know, I wasn't expecting a great game here. But eventually when I saw it on Kickstarter, I backed it because I was like, I think it will be a great game. And that's Cythe. It's really heavy box, so... Oh my god, we have the, it's Kickstarter edition, we have the custom insert, the wooden insert, so it's really, really heavy. So I won't talk about it much because I can't hold it really long time. Anyway, Cythe. Cythe, now, I'll tell you up front, I adore engine building games. I just adore engine building games. Engine building games for me are just, wow, I want to play them all the time. Now, Cythe is an engine building game. I like how you can upgrade your board. So you are creating more benefit for yourself for the upper row, and you are making the down row actions cheaper. So everything becomes kind of more valuable. At first you don't have much to do, you don't receive much, and eventually as the time goes on you receive more and more and more. There's that chain reaction, there's that engine building of it. I like how even though there are a lot of rules, the rules were really clear and I could engage in the game from the first time I played it. It was really cool how the mechs interact with each other, how the combat is sometimes relevant, but it's not important in this game. I like how this is kind of a Euro feel of a game. And the production value is just amazing. And I don't know, it's just all about this resource management and getting popular, getting the points at the end of the game, getting the money. And it's all about this engine building, upgrading your kind of civilization, upgrading your, what do you say about this one? What they are, the factions, upgrading your faction, sorry. So Cythe, my number 7, amazing engine building game right there with a great production. And I like games that have great production as well, which means that I can get them to the table more often, which means that other players want to play them as well. And when we played that game, the players come around and they look at this game because it looks amazing. And I want the games to look amazing. If you want your game to be in my top 10, it must look amazing. Otherwise, like, I can still like the game a lot, but it won't be in my top 10 because now here I'm really strict about those games that I have in my top 10. It should look amazing. It should have really good production value. Although there is one exception. Okay, yeah. There maybe 2 exceptions. Yeah, stockpile is kinda, although stockpile looks stylish now for me. But there is one exception, okay. But yeah, overall, I still want to have a great production, great looking game, and great gameplay, of course, if it will be in my top 10 of all time. Anyway, that was my number 7 Cythe. My number 6 is a role selection game from Bruno Catala and Bruno Faiducci. And yeah, that's Mission Red Planet. A really easy game, easy to grasp, easy to learn. It's an area control, you're scoring some points, you're getting points. But the essential part are the role selection and outguessing your opponents. You're trying to see, like, trying to outsmart your opponents and think of what roles will they choose. Sometimes you have to risk and push your luck with. I just adore this role selection in this game, and then eventually you're going out on Mars and trying to manipulate the Mars, you're trying to get the most points in, and it's really easy. There's not much to this game, yet there is so much fun in this game that I find here. That's a really perfect combination of medium to light game combined with mechanics that work as smooth as possible. And this is Mission Red Planet. This is the 2nd edition, and I really like how it looks, the 2nd edition. I really like all the components. I don't know, I wasn't keen on this game and the theme, but when I played it, I had a really good time. I played again, I had great time. I played again, it was a blast. I mean, like, this game grew on me. It's just an amazing production, it's really cool looking game, and it's an amazing kind of lightweight experience that I can get out anywhere and play with anybody. And wow, it just, I don't know. That's the outsmarting, outguessing. That's another mechanic I like. Another thing I like in games very much. It's the outguessing opportunity. So Mission Red Planet, my number 6. So let's go to number 5, and that's the exception where the game. I mean, the wooden components look good. I like them. The other components and the art itself looks not so good. But there will be a 2nd edition, as I know. It will be next year. Anyway, that's Homesteaders, and now that's a huge surprise for me because Homesteaders is an older game, to be honest. So quite a few games from my top 100 and in my top 10 are newer games, but this is an older game. It was 2009 probably, or 2011, 2009, 2010. I don't remember. Anyway, let me see for a moment. 2009. Yes, it's 2009. Anyway, it's from Tasty Minstrel, Tasty Minstrel edition. Wow. Now, as I told you, I adore engine building games. This is yet another great example of an engine building game. But it's in a smaller package than Cythe. It's lighter than Cythe, but yet it gives me a lot of thinking. There's that bidding, then you are grabbing the buildings and trying to expand yourself and trying to get more workers, although you have to pay them. You are getting into loans. I like how the bidding is not restricted by your money. So if you bid more than you have money, you just take loans. So that means that there's not much of a restriction, although you want to have no loans at the end of the game because you want to win the game and get the most points. But I adore this simulation of building up the town in this pure engine building way. This game doesn't look so good, but it plays amazing. I just love Homesteaders, and I want the second edition to be nicer looking. The component quality is really good here, but I'm sure if Tasty Minstrel Games puts out the second edition, it will be another really cool component upgrade there and great value of components. That's what I wanted to say eventually, of course, yeah. And plus I heard there will be an expansion, or kind of, will the expansion be included in the base game? I don't know, but anyway, there will be more buildings and such, so there will be more variability. That's something I really want to see in this game as well. But so far I'm willing to play this game all the time because it's just amazing. It's so easy to get it to the table. It's rather easy to teach it, and it's an amazing gameplay. That's my number 5. Yes, Homesteaders, number 5. It might go down in my top 10 or even like top 20 due to all the new games and cool games coming out. But for now, I adore this game, and I hope the new edition will make me love this game even more. I'm really hoping for the new edition. I want it to be, as I understood, it will be the same game, but plus more variability, which is really cool. Now, my number 4, and you might consider it a cheat, so I will. Now that's the thing. There is a new genre of games that just invaded the market and becomes really popular, and these are escape room games. Yes, at number 4, I want to put all the escape room games. Yes, it has to be a specific game, but the thing about this one is that I played the escape room, the game, I played the exit room, I played the escape the room, the game, what, the Deckscape, then Unlock, something else. I don't know, I just played a variety of those, so I want to play all the escape room games in the world. So I will get them all, like catch them all, like a Pokemon trainer. But let me just go with Unlock for now. I'll tell you why I went with Unlock and not any other type. Although I adore them all, I would put them on the same level because they give me kind of different experience, but they still give me the same. Like whenever there is a new escape room game announced, I was like, I want to get this. I want to get this now. I don't care about anything else. I want to play it. One thing, these games are kind of one-time use. With Unlock, why I chose Unlock, because I want to recommend Unlock because although you will play it only once, you don't have to destroy anything, any components, which means that you can pass it on and the others can play. With quite a few other games where you still destroy components and write on components, you can still, for example, Escape Room, the game, yeah. On their website, you can print out the ones that you destroyed or written on and just put them back in the box. So, and kind of restart the game. So you can do that. With Unlock, you don't have to do anything. It's just a deck of cards. It's really easy to grasp. It's really easy to get into. I really like how there is that tutorial deck. You go through the tutorial deck and you know the game, and then you go through. It's so intuitive. In Unlock, I just adore this one. It has really cool themes in its theme packs. It has really great art compared to other escape room games, although I do like the other escape room games art as well. But now, overly, the escape room games. Although I'm not into puzzle type games, but here I really adore the aspect of just puzzling my way out of those things right here. I really like the combination of puzzle, and here a combination of visualization as well, and accessibility and intuitive progression, and sometimes use of the app as well. It just, I don't know, I just want to play them all the time. That's where, when I want to say why it's my number 4, I say because it's extremely fun. It's fun all the time I play. Whatever I play, if I play Deckscape, if I play Escape Room the game, or Escape the Room the game, or whatever, Exit, Unlock, this is pure fun. And I don't care that it's one time and it's gone. I can go to a movie theater and watch the movie, and I'll pay the money once as well. And I'll have a great time. And I don't care about the money afterwards, because I had a great time if the movie is great, of course. Here I'm willing to pay this money because I know I will have a great time. I know that we'll have a great experience and a lot of fun. That's why my number 4 are escape room games, but not to cheat too much, let's put Unlock here. So Unlock number 4. Now, another one which is very similar to escape room games, but also to choose your own adventure. And I'm going more into this choose your own adventure. I really want to get the 7th Continent, it was called. And I'm into those books, Knights? Yeah, and Captive from Blue Orange. I hope they will translate more books, and there will be more books eventually. I just kind of adore this kind of a escape room and choose your own adventure and all that stuff lately. And my number 3 is Time Stories. Time Stories is stories in a box. Story or stories, different modules. Now, some people may argue that this is also like a one-time use, yes, and you have to buy the new modules, you have to spend money. Now, that's another thing where I don't care about the money. This is a movie for me. And when I play Time Stories, we usually reserve the whole day and play the scenario through from beginning to end. It can take probably up to 7 hours. We do multiple runs in a row, but that way we are engaged in the story. We don't pause it anywhere, we don't forget anything, and it's just an amazing ride, an amazing walkthrough, this game. It has those RPG elements, but I do like how you are creating panoramas with those cool cards, and you have the different themes, you have really great art, and it's all about theme, it's all about stories. You're trying to puzzle your way out as well, and it is kind of choose your own adventure. Depends what you choose, what the consequences are. It's a story in a box. This is something that Tales of the Arabian Night should have been. I don't know what I rated Tales of the Arabian Night, maybe 2, maybe 1. I hate Tales of the Arabian Night. I mean, like, this kind of choose your own adventure book where nothing makes sense, where nothing is kind of connected, and you just, I don't know what you're doing. You're just spending your time for nothing. I didn't find any fun in that game, but in this game I find tremendous fun. It's just an amazing experience, amazing story that I want to go through again and again and again. Of course, with new modules, with new scenarios, and I like how they put out, and eventually, at first it was like, oh, they have this Arkham Asylum, which is an amazing scenario, then they have those, then they have zombies, they have fantasy and the such, but I was like, Eventually, when you go through the stories, it's not just generic zombies, it's not just generic fantasy or something like that. It's much more. I really like how they implemented those generic themes into something more. So number 3, Time Stories. Just an amazing, amazing game. Number 2, and it's been my number 2 for some time already. Let's bring out this huge box again. Oh my god, how they... I don't know. It's just so heavy. That's Empires, Age of Discovery. I played Age of Empires 3, Age of Discovery, how do you call it? Whatever, Age of Empires, that was the like first edition, whatever. I got this rather cheap. It was out of print for a long time. It was really hard to get it. It was like on eBay for whatever high price. I got it really cheap for, I got a copy in shrink for 30 euros, which is really cheap for out of stock, out of print game. And I played it, I really liked it. And as I played it more, I liked it more and more and more and more. This is a perfect hybrid for me. And now then I got this beauty for a really, really good price as well, through our friend from US, Kyle, through Cool Stuff Inc., where it was discounted, it was like $67? 67. This game is over $100. I got gold coins from Glendrower himself. When we talked with him in Essen, he's like, I told him that I adore this game. I told him that the only thing I don't have, I have all the expansions and whatever things there are. One thing we don't have are the metal coins. He's like, here you go, I'll give you the metal coins. Big thanks. I adore this game because, now, I do really like worker placement in games. Here, you place all your workers on those different spots, but eventually those workers are different. It depends where do you put them. Then, depending on the worker spots, some workers become kind of a area influence and area control mechanic there. Some give you the push your luck element. So there are all the different mechanics blended in, but really nicely, where you feel it's still worker placement and the workers are different: missionaries, merchants, soldiers, captains. I really like that there is that set collection aspect as well. So many different ways, so many different mechanics, but they're all blended in so nicely into this wonderful, great package. This is the deluxe version. I just adore this game. It takes a while to play, of course, not like Twilight Imperium, whatever. Maybe like it takes 2 hours, 2.5 hours, okay, to play, for us at least. But I really like all the aspects, how you get the buildings, you get better, you get more workers. But those special workers, except the colonists, are one-time use. You use them up and they are done. Or they go to the new world and they work towards the area influence, the area control, but they will become like the same, just one guy. But I like how you want to get more of those special workers because they give you better benefits, and there's that builder expansion. It adds even more. There are a lot of different buildings that's coming out. The set collection, you're trying to get the most of one good. You're trying to collect those because you will get money for that. The money is extremely important, but at the end of the game, the set collection is important for the points as well. You discover new lands, and you, of course, it's also with the set collection. And the area control is really crucial for the points as well. So you're trying to manage different aspects. You have different approaches to the game, but it's all based on this worker placement. It's just an amazing experience. It's an amazing game. It's just wonderful, wonderful hybrid. A perfect hybrid for me. It looks great. I like the theme. It's just an amazing game. Empires, Age of Discovery. This is Glendrower's masterpiece. So I see if it was okay. Well, that's good. That's good here. Now, somebody asked in YouTube that he said, I cannot wait for your top 10 because I want to see if Cyclades is still your number one. Oh, come on. Yes, it is. I mean, like, come on. I mean, when I talk about hybrid games, and I talk about how I adore hybrid games with great theme, great production, great art, and really cool mechanics and fun experience, this is the perfect package for me. I like everything here. I'm not into bidding that much. but I adore bidding here because it's so great. It's how you need to be smart in that bidding, and you're bidding for the gods, and you cannot do everything on your turn. You need to get specific god to get that, and I like the restriction. I adore that restriction. I like the base game more than Titans. The Titans add the new board, they add new mechanics, that they add Titans, they make RS less important. But for me, I like that each god is extremely important in order to do specific actions on the board. I like archipelagos, I like building up those ships and the routes to different islands. I just adore the whole package of this game. You get the monsters, but they are not with you forever like in Kemet. You get them for one turn, you can influence them because you are just a faction, you just different kind of civilizations and factions, and you cannot like own a monster like your pet, and that's what I like. You get them for one turn. Some monsters are the miniatures and they go on the board, some monsters are just cards and they influence the other way. I really like how it's all about the management of resources, which is money. You want to get more money because with more money you can get more actions. I really like how when you pick the god, you get his actions. But you can do various stuff. You can buy a building. You can use his actions. You can buy monsters and such. So you can just save money. I really like that you can spend as much money as you want on your turn on those actions, but you should be careful not to spend too much, otherwise you'll just be without the money next turn and somebody will just crush you. I really like all of that. There are different, I've seen people winning with the philosophers, I've seen people winning with metropolises. I really like this aspect where there are of course you win by getting two metropolis by fighting or by philosophers or whatever extra special power, because I really adore this game with Hades expansion. Hades expansion gives the heroes, gives the magical items, it gives the priestesses, with which you can discard priestesses in order to keep the monsters for more turns, which is great now. So there is a way to keep monsters for more turns, but then you need to get the priestesses, and they're those smaller gods that you get with, if you're fourth in it, like second to last god, you will get an extra small god with him and the bonuses. So you will be later in the turn, but you will get more bonus to that, and it balances out. I really like it with the first expansion, Hades, because it adds more ways to win the game, kinda. There are some special abilities with heroes as well, and it's just an amazing game, amazing experience. All the time we bring it out, it feels epic. It's not that hard to teach or learn. It's perfect mid-weight, and it just looks amazing. I don't know. We have the Cythe expansion and we have the monuments. We have everything for this game. Like if there comes something else from this game, I'll just get everything for this game because I adore it. Even if I won't play all the stuff from this game, I just want to collect this game. I want to get the new box because this is beaten up. And yeah, we have taped it quite a few times already. We have the wooden insert. We have everything. Just Cyclades, if you haven't tried it, this is one of the perfect, of course for me it's perfect. It's perfect hybrid. If you want to go into midweight perfect hybrid games, this is the one. If you are into heavier Euro games, this is not the one. Yes. If you're for the pure Ameritrash, this is not the one. But this is a great perfect hybrid game out there. My number one, Cyclades. Kyklades, I adore this game. So, Ludovico Blanc and Bruno Catala, you made an amazing job with this game. Thank you so much. So, here it is. My number one, Cyclades. It's another heavy box. And yeah, so many heavy boxes out there. So, this is my top 10. I'm sorry for babbling because these are the games I adore. These are the games I love. I wanna get this emotion to you. So you will go and check out those games if you haven't. Ask the questions in the comments below. Tweet me. We have the Twitter at with W Würfel or at Ilja Wur with W. You can WUR. You can ask me questions in Twitter, on the YouTube channel. We have the guild. Go check out the guild. All the links are in the description below. Go check out our other videos. And we have the Facebook page now, Würfel Reviews on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook as well. All the links are still in the description. Tell me about your favorite games of all time. Argue with me. Tell me something. Let's discuss. I love to talk to people. I love to talk to you. I know you're watching this channel because you are interested in what we talk about or what I talk about in this video, for example, what games I'm talking about. So please, let's start a great discussion in the guild, in the comments, on Facebook page, on Twitter. We have Instagram as well. We are everywhere. And definitely tell your friends to subscribe to this channel because there will be more content, more reviews, more cool stuff I'm gonna try to do, new style of reviews as well. So just come to this channel and let people to subscribe to this channel, because by subscribing you get me chance to get involved with more projects, to get me chance to go to Essen and get the press pass, so I can go and film for you some great interviews, some great previews and such. So if the channel will stay small and there are not enough subscribers, some will just not, some will not notice this channel. But if you adore this channel, please share it with your friends, please share it with everyone. Help me grow the channel, and I will help you with more cool videos. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the other side. What did I say? We see you on the other side? I'm just too tired. We see you another time. I'm sorry. All right. Bye-bye.